Welcome to the Sandro channel. Make sure that you subscribe.
Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we're going to be covering some very depressing and disappointing news, at least from my perspective. Some of you guys, I don't know, I've been looking online, people are very split about the news here, but it does indeed seem like Ash Ketchum will no longer be the main protagonist of Pokemon going forward. They're also, alongside Ash, right, the mascot of Pokemon has always been Pikachu. It also looks like they're just sort of taking what we used to know as we were kids, right? Since we were kids, this character that we've grown up for with decades, almost a quarter century here, or more than 25 years. And they're moving on. They're finally moving on to, I don't want to say bigger and better things, because how in the hell would they ever top a show that lasted 25 years? But they're moving on one way or another here, and I wanted to discuss it. So it all started today, this morning, 9 hours ago, and the official Pokemon YouTube channel uploaded a new video called "An All-New Pokemon Series is Coming." And when I first saw this, I thought to myself, okay, this is, Ash going to the Paldea region. If you guys have been watching Pokemon Journeys, the show has been like referenced. We just had an episode with Mew. Mew was hanging around some like magical rocks. It seemed like they were setting things up. At the end of episodes, we were getting like Team Rocket. They were going to the Paldea region and they were seeing the new starter Pokemon, right? They were doing these little shorts that were like just a minute long after the end of each Pokemon episode. And just out of nowhere, I'm just in shock here. It seemed like they were setting up for the next season. Go was getting ready to just leave the show. Ash mentioned in the previous episode from like a week ago that like he was going on a new journey. His mom gave him a new change of clothes, this is just typical what we see every couple of years, and just I'm just in shock. They literally set it up like they always do, and I guess they just kind of pulled the rug last minute here, and no more Ash. It's not been confirmed that Ash, I mean, everything points towards Ash leaving, but could it be like Brock? Do you guys remember like way back in the Sinnoh region, Brock had been tagging along for quite some time, and or was it the fifth? No, it was Sinnoh, right? I think it was Sinnoh. Brock kind of just like he appeared on a truck. He came out of nowhere and he kind of joined the team again. Brock had been since the beginning, and then Johto, and then Hoenn, and people thought he was gone for the Sinnoh region with like Dawn and Ash, and no, they brought him back. He came in a truck, the hell out of nowhere. And could we see this? Could we see something like this where maybe they're just pulling the rug under our eyes, and this new upcoming show? It seems to have two new protagonists. One of them's a female Pokemon trainer. Could it just be a rug pull here? Could we all be getting just like very emotional, and then Ash just appears on a truck and he's like, "I'm in the new region, baby." I don't think so, honestly. No, not this time. I don't think so. But it hasn't outright been confirmed that Ash won't be in the new series. But I'm doubtful. I think they want to put Ash behind them and they want to move forward. But let's talk about what's new here. So an all-new series is coming. We got 3 new things coming up here. So the first thing is that Ash is going to have like a weird Kanto. They decided to go back to I don't know what this is. So the Pokemon Journeys is finished, right? Literally today was the last episode. I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers. Thank you. No spoilers in the comments down below just yet. And apparently next week, since there's nothing like airing, right? The show ended. We're going to be getting like this weird episode where Ash is just like hanging out and having a miniature adventure with this boy. And he's dressed in his like Kanto clothes here. Just having some fun. There's Team Rocket, Ash and Pikachu having a special day like they always do. Just going around and having some fun here. I'm not sure what the heck I'm not sure why they even made this. I guess it's just filler because there was like nothing, they had the animators. They're like, we already paid them. Let's just get them to make something. I don't know. And so this is going to be a special episode. And then we go right into this. And now for a major, oh, you guys can't even see it. And now for a major announcement. the future of Pokemon unfolds. And, you know, this is usually around the time where they say, Ash Ketchum, he's going to the new region, baby, new team, you know. But Ash beat Leon. He beat the strongest in the world. Maybe we should have seen the signs coming here. I feel like we should have seen the signs coming here. You know, Ash, he won the Alola region. He was the first ever sort of champion of that region. And, you know, this was the follow-up. He went from being just, you know, one of the champions to being one of the strongest trainers in the world by beating Leon. Now, I personally think there was some, like, issues with that battle, considering, like, Leon was straight up like, hey, Ash, you can use, like, everything. You can use your, like, your Mega, whatever, your Alolan, whatever technique. I can't remember what the name of it. The Alola wristband. You could use Mega Stones, and you could use, Z-Move, right? Is that what it was? Z-Move. Yeah, so, like, Ash used, like, all three of the major gimmicks, like Mega Stone, and then the, what was it, Mega Evolution? Or no. What was the Gigantamaxing? Yeah, Gengar. He used the Gengar. Yeah, the three main like gimmicks, and now we have the fourth gimmick in the new region. Everyone thought, yeah, okay, Ash is going to go over there, get the new, you know, power up, and no. He's gone. The future of Pokemon unfolds, and it does not, even though they show Ash here, does not look like it's going to be very fun for Ash. They then go over some of his, you know, I love seeing the older animation. It's just so interesting. It's, oh man, it takes me back. There was the XY. And Ash and Pikachu have many encounters, many battles, and many exciting, memorable times. And now Gary says, now that you become the champion, how close are you to becoming a Pokemon master? Yeah, Ash has never actually stated in the show what even is what is a Pokemon master, and it looks like we're gonna finally get the legendary conclusion. What even is a Pokemon master? It looks like we're gonna find out. And Gary asking him that. Ash says, huh? And we see Ash actually has an encounter with Misty again. You know, we're getting 11 like final episodes of Ash just hanging out here, going over some of these like older characters. We see Misty, we see Brock falling in love with a girl here. Every adventure is another step on the long path to becoming a Pokemon master, a dream that never ends. So there you go. Maybe that's it right there. Yeah. So maybe you can never become a Pokemon. Maybe becoming a Pokemon master is just becoming immortal. Becoming a Pokemon master, a dream that never ends. Yeah. So if the dream never ends, then I mean, the only way you have to become immortal, and Ash never ages. So maybe Ash has been a Pokemon master the whole time. We just never realized. So there we go. Classic Pokemon with Brock here. We're getting to see a bunch of old school Pokemon and Misty and Ash randomly just pointing at a Snorlax. I'm not sure what the heck's going on here. Is this Hoenn or Sinnoh? I'm not sure. The final chapter in Ash and Pikachu's story. That looks like a thumbnail there. You know, I might use that as a thumbnail. I can't believe it. I really can't. But after 25 years, so much history, how could they just end it this quickly? Quickly. Okay, maybe not quickly. It just feel like, man, I just woke up and it was over. It's like, this is it. You wake up one day and Ash is he's champion, and that's the end of his journey. You know, all those times. I guess it was a bit of a monkey paw situation. We had always wanted Ash to become like champion. And then he finally does, but the series ends, you know? Bit of a monkey paw situation here, I feel like. So yeah, the final chapter in Pikachu and Ash's story, it's just like the Pokemon Company moving on from the Pikachu mascot. Will the new characters, we're going to see them in a second here. We're going to see them. And Ash meeting up with Latias again. That's very interesting. We also, I think I saw Butterfree somewhere later on here, right? Yeah, I can't find it, but I swear Butterfree is in here. And it did say the final chapter in Ash and Pikachu story episode. They start airing Friday, January 13th, 2023 in Japan. So I do watch the subtitles, not the dub. The dub is when they like redub it into English. This is just me reading like, you know, the English textiles over the Japanese language. So yeah, I always have been a sub reader. or a sub watcher, and obviously way back when I first started Pokemon, I used to watch the dub, but because the sub is so far ahead, I just switched over at some point. And I said, screw it, I'm just gonna watch the Japanese ones. I don't feel like waiting for half a year to catch up. So yeah, that's that. I could swear that somewhere in here there was like a scene where like Ash meets Butterfree again for like a quick second. I don't know what the heck happened to it. Maybe I just didn't see it. But yeah, I swear it somewhere in this trailer it showed like Ash encountering Butterfree again. That's another thing I almost forgot to mention. What about Team Rocket? Are they going to be in the new show? I don't know. Nobody knows anything until further notice. But there's the special. Here it is, folks. There it is. Across the world, a brand new dream, an adventure. And we see a new girl with the new Pokemon. Like, I don't know that it's Sprigatito or some shit like that. So we see this new girl. She meets a black Rayquaza. So this is, or Rayquaza, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. This is very similar to Ash Ketchum. He started his adventure. He happens to spot a Ho-Oh. A Ho-Oh. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ho-Oh. He sees one flying around after the, what was it, the Sparrows, I think it was. They're all, you remember they attacked Ash in the beginning, and then after the storm, he looks up, he sees that legendary Pokemon up there, and it's a lot of good luck. It's a lot of good luck there. And so maybe something similar is going to happen here. We just see a random shiny Rayquaza, whatever you want to name it. It looks really cool. I just don't think the main character is going to be catching that anytime soon. There's no way they would start a new anime where like they're using like, the cutesy wootsy Pokemon out here, and we're not going to give them the badass looking dragon or whatever you would call this thing. It looks like a kind of a mythical Chinese type of dragon here, and there's no way they're going to give them this on the first episode or anytime soon. Here's the new characters. I think their names are like Liko and Roy. This guy's probably is it Rico? I can't remember the names here, but it said their names somewhere. It definitely said their names somewhere, but yeah, it's just shocking, folks. I just can't believe it. We're dumping Ash for these two. Come on. I don't know. And also, someone I seen a bunch of people mentioning how this green V kind of like resembles Ash's hat. In the early days of Kanto. If you were to go back here, Kanto. I spelled Kanto. Kanto Ash. If you look here on his hat, he had this like kind of green band, or I'm not even exactly sure what the hell that symbol is there. But whatever this green thing was, that girl definitely had that there. If I could find it, let me just see what. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see she has that green sort of symbol there, just like Ash used to have back in the day. So, could this be Ash's daughter? I've seen some people speculating. I don't think so, though. She has blue eyes, blue hair. This doesn't really feel like it would be Ash's daughter. Some people said this could be Go and Chloe's son. Maybe he has kind of like he does kind of look vaguely like Go. But I don't think so. I think these are two brand new characters. You look at their hair. She has a blue vibe going on, a very blue vibe. This character has a red vibe, red hair. He kind of has some kind of red looking clothing there. Or actually, maybe he doesn't. But he's holding a red Pokeball. So there you go. These characters, just off their hair colors, it seems like we're getting a bit of a reset of red and blue. Right, which were kind of like the original games here in North America. In Japan, wasn't it green? They had like green out there too, or something like that. So yeah, maybe there will be a green character. Maybe there's actually a third protagonist, because usually that's what they would do with Ash, right? It was like Ash, Misty, and Brock, and then it was like eventually they subbed Brock out for like Tracy. Then they went, what was it, Hoenn? They actually had like a bunch in Hoenn. It was like Max, May, Brock, and Ash in the Hoenn region. Then in like Sinnoh, they kind of went back to like, here's Dawn, Ash, and Brock. Am I forgetting anyone? Maybe I'm forgetting someone along the way here. And then, then it got crazy. Then they went like, what was it, the next one? Dento, or whatever the heck that guy's name was. They had him and Iris. And was Brock? No, Brock wasn't in that one. No, he does appear later on in Black and White in a special, I think. But yeah, they usually try and stick to around 3 protagonists. So this is 2 main protagonists. I think there could be a green-haired protagonist lurking in the shadows. This is not. So, I've watched so many of these videos talking about Ash and the Pokemon ending, anime ending. I haven't seen anyone discussing what about the third person they're traveling with. If this is indeed a new, because it could be Ash, right? It could still be Ash. I doubt it. I think there's like a 99% chance this is not Ash. These are the new protagonists, and Ash, maybe he'll appear later on, or maybe this is a brand new universe. We don't know. No, nobody knows. You know, it's a new world out here. I mean, the only people that know are obviously at Game Freak. We don't know or the Pokemon Company, whatever. We don't know. We're just speculating here. We're just the lonely consumers. We don't get to know the private information here. But I think there very much so could be a green-haired trio member here that they're going to travel around Paldea region with. And I'm not sure what this necklace... I haven't played the games just yet, so I'm not sure if that is the terastalize. I know they have that new mechanic, the terasta. Is it a terastalizing necklace? I haven't played the games, so forgive me. I don't know. Or could this just be some kind of like secret new stone? Maybe it's like a new stone or something where, you know, kind of like a thunderstone where Pikachu would sometimes think about evolving into a Raichu. Kind of reminds me of a thunderstone, but yeah, very interesting. It does kind of like resemble the female symbol, right? You know, that's like the circle and the plus there. Kind of looks like the female symbol. Kind of looks like a thunderstone, but whatever. Outside of that, yeah, it's just so sad to see him ending. I want to read some comments here. After more than 2 decades, Ash's journey has reached its final chapter. It's hard to not feel a little emotional. And again, he could come back though, right? What people are speculating that like Ash could become like kind of like a challenger. Remember how like Ash would go the Sinnoh region, right? There was that weird guy Tobias. He kind of came out of nowhere. He had like legendary Pokemon like Latios. He had like Darkrai. He smoked everyone. He was just this like weird legendary trainer that came the hell out of nowhere to end Ash's run. And, you know, could that happen? Could we see some like weird thing where it's like they go to like try and become champions, right? They try to become like champions of Paldea region, and they're just stopped, right? They make it to the top 32 or whatever. Maybe we go back to the original format at Pokemon where it was like, you know, they actually do a tournament. Because the last few seasons have really gone off the rails where we don't really get the whole tournament structure anymore. It's just... I don't know, man, it was really weird. There was like a battle royale in the Alola region, and it was so stupid. I don't know, man. And then they had the whole Pokemon World Tour gimmick, this in Pokemon Journeys, where Ash was, you know, slowly beating random trainers from all around the world until he eventually just sort of got to the top 8. And from there, he just had to go up against like some of the best in the world. And, now that we know the show's end, you know, now that we know they were always planning to sort of axe Ash here, I guess it makes sense that he ended up defeating Leon and becoming the world's strongest as a great little send-off to Ash Ketchum. But yeah, it's so shocking. It truly is. A few more. Let's read a few more. It's hard to not feel a little it's a really emotional one. Seeing Ash's journey officially end is so surreal. Yeah, I'm just still in shock. It's almost as if he can finally grow up. Whoa. Nobody said anything about Ash growing up. They're going to encounter... Look, these 2 characters, they're going to encounter him in, like, the Elite Four or some shit. No, what's it called? The end... what's it called? I always forget. The final, like... the league, right? That's what it is. The Pokemon League. They're going to go into the Pokemon League and after they get all the badges and and it's going to be like Ash just shows up as a 10-year. Maybe he's even 8 years old. Maybe he regresses down to an 8-year-old. But he'll probably still be 10 when they encounter him just because it's Pokemon and well, I mean, you know, they don't age in Pokemon. But yeah, I don't think he's ever going to be grown up, folks. I think they're going to milk him as a 10-year-old till the end of time. I started watching Pokemon when I was 7. I'm now 32. This is the similar situation to me. I'm 29 now. I started when I was really, really young too. And I think I started around the time like it actually first came out. Maybe 97, 98. Very, very early on. Thank you, Ash, for your amazing adventure. It's just so sad to see him go. Like, I'm gonna miss all the continuity. There was all the Pokemon Ash. Like, I kind of wanted to see like a final season where Ash just took all of his Pokemon with him. You know, just like he could call upon any one of them at any time. Kind of like Ben 10. He has all these different monsters in his watch or aliens in his watch. He presses them, he goes into a random one, and the fan base is happy because he uses some older aliens, he uses some new ones. We never really got to see that. Like Ash just took like, a dozen Pokemon with it, like half a dozen, I guess. He took like, Surfetched or whatever, and Gengar and Lucario, and just some weird, just some really weird ones. They gave him a weird team there. What's that weird like fossil Uragagan? I don't even goddamn know. They just gave some Ash some weird ones, and of course Pikachu. Of course he had to have the Pikachu. Heaven forbid we change that one up a little bit. Seriously, they couldn't have given him at least like one additional Pokemon and just had like Pikachu being a sideliner. But I guess it saves on animation. And speaking on saving, could they be doing like a new show to save on voice actors? Some of the voice actors in Pokemon have been there for decades. They must be getting paid top dollar. Maybe the Pokemon company at one point said, hey guys, we're paying way too much for these voice actors, but we don't want to just cut the show. We don't want to just cut the show. Why don't we just end Ash's journey and hire all new voice actors so we don't have to pay some of these legacy people top dollar anymore? Do you guys think there's something nefarious going on in the corner there? I do want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. But wow, this is 21 minutes. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to go on for 21 minutes, but this is a real big deal, I feel like, for a guy like me who was so attached to this series. And I am quite saddened by it. This hurts a lot. Thank you, Ash and Pikachu, for this 25 years. I'm so glad you became the Pokemon champion. Me too. Again, Monkey Paw, he became Pokemon champion. He became, one of the strongest in the world. And then the show ends. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him get bigger, stronger, just more Pokemon, crazier adventures, but this is the end. It's really sad. And to be fair, they could always backtrack. They could always be, maybe 3 years down it's very doubtful. Maybe 3 years down the line, 10 years down the line, they're like, hey, guys, you know what? Screw it. Let's bring Ash back. Let's just do another season of Ash. It could always happen. Let's not just be negative Nancy's here and say this is the very last time we'll ever see Ash. But, I have my doubts. And it's so sad that we're losing another long-running show. Long-running shows, they just don't unless they are exactly a comedy, right? Things like Family Guy, American Dad, these kinds of I'm trying to think of some other one. Like Rick and Morty will probably go on for a very long time. Futurama, a show that got canceled multiple times, coming back. South Park, one of the longest running shows. I almost forgot The Simpsons, which literally is the longest running cartoon. It only seems that I don't want to say low budget comedies. There's probably it's very expensive to make those shows, but compared to action shows, right? Comedies are much, much more cheaper to make than action shows like Pokemon. We just don't see these anymore, and it is sad. It makes me so sad that we just can't have solid action shows anymore. There's so little ones that are quality that I'm very interested in, and it makes me sad to lose another one here. And I can only hope that the future is bright here. Maybe, I'll give them a chance. I like Pokemon. I'll definitely give the show a chance, but I feel like I'm going to get invested. Like, I feel like when I look at this show, right, it's one image here. We got one image of this girl and this boy. And I'm just like, are they going to stick around? Because I don't think they are. I think we're going to get maybe 2 to 3 years of the Paldea region. And that's it. They're going to end that series. These two are going to be gone. And then they're going to bring in another 2 characters. You know what I'm saying here? Like, it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like we had Yugi Moto. Then we went on to Jaden. Right, we went right on to Jaden. Then we went to Yusei. Then we went to like Yuma, etc., Arc 5, and then they went into Vrains. Right, they had 6 shows, 6 different protagonists. I feel like this is going to be the new normal for Pokemon, where we're no longer going to be having a giant adventure with Ash. We're going to have very 2-year-long adventures, and then we're going to move on to the next show. And that's so sad. I really hope. like, I don't even know what to say. I don't think these characters are ever going to live as long as Ash did. 2 years tops. That's what I'm giving these characters. Maybe 3 years if we're lucky, and they're going to move right on to the next characters. So it's painful. It's painful to just imagine the future here. How can I say the future is bright when I don't see these characters sticking around for anywhere as near as long as what we got with Ash Ketchum? I don't see them ever making a big history here. I don't understand what it's like, I guess they're trying to like change their brand. They're trying to appeal to like new kids, because Pokemon's been going on for 25 years. If you wanted to jump in today, you'd have to like go back and really watch everything from the start. And that's a lot of material. A lot of people don't want to jump into that material. So they're like, hey, it's a new Pokemon series. You could just jump in. Everyone's starting fresh from episode 1. I understand it, but I just like, I like it when there's a long running show, because there's so much history. There's so much little nuances. I don't think we're ever going to see any of those history and nuances with this show. I think this is a quick one and done, 2-year long show, and we're out the window, and a new protagonist will be around the corner in no time. That's my thoughts. I'm not happy about it. I will check this out. I do like Pokemon. It's one of my favorite, animes of all time. And I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. My thoughts are negative. My thoughts are very negative. I don't like this. I don't like these kids. They look like losers. I don't like Go either. I can't believe it. I can't. So now we know that Pokemon Journeys was like Ash's big send-off, right? Like this was his final big moment, big last anime. And you're telling me we had to spend half of this goddamn series where Ash could have been hanging out with his old Pokemon. We could have been getting way cooler episodes. They go and make Go a character, and what did he like? He just wasted so much time. He literally wasted so much time. All of these stupid captures. He literally would just Pokeball every character. One Pokeball. No skill, just throwing Pokeball. I mean, I guess he is masterfully skilled if he's capturing all these things with a single Pokeball. And I just hated Go. I can't stand Go. I'm glad to see Go is gone. Like good Lord, please never bring him back. But I think they will eventually. And I'm shocked that they brought in Go as a character. Like, what a waste there. And then also Chloe, like the entire time, it's like, what is this Eevee gonna evolve into? We don't, I thought Eevee was going to get an evolution. I thought there was going to be a brand new evolution. It actually seems like the case is no, we wasted all this time on this stupid girl with another Eevee, and it didn't go anywhere. It really just didn't go anywhere. What a waste of time. What a waste of a character. Chloe and Go are just dead space. They're dead to me, They are dead air. They are trash. And I am not in a good mood. Okay, we're gonna end the video. Please please comment. Oh, there's gonna be so many comments on this one. Please please like, please share, please subscribe, and why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro? Peace out, bye-bye. Try to have a good day.